This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Greetings and salutation, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. In the last episode, we finished. Well, we didn't quite do everything on Manaan, but at least a lot of the stuff. We talked to swoop bike racers. We gave the droid information to the Republic, and we found out that the Republic was sending mercenaries down to their labs because of some incident down there, and they wanted us to go down there as well. However, I realized that by going down there, we basically set ourselves to the path to certain changes in story and character occur. So before we do an official story, and I realized that I was hoping to get back onto story track, but side quests remain, and we must finish a couple of these. But before we go on, let's talk to the companions, see anything they have extra to say. I've also landed myself on Dantooine to complete the Zooland quest. Now, basically the Geno Haradan, despite what they claim, doing these quests do give you dark side points. I'm going to do one of them just to kind of show you like where the Geno Haradan, or however you're supposed to pronounce it, kind of story goes slightly. I'll take some dark side points because there's still some points in the games to get light side. But let's go over companions one more time before we kind of get some side quests done. See if there's anything they want to talk about before any major story plots event. Karth, you got anything? Nope, nothing. You're good for now. His story will complete during the plot, basically. But I thought I'd ask just double make sure. Hey, Bastila, you wanted to talk to me earlier. Why did the Council send you with me on these missions?
Why? I could not accomplish this on my own. I need the aid of others, especially one who is strong in the Force. The bond between us made you a natural choice. Besides, the events on Taris prove that the Force wanted to bring us together for this mission, and there is little left to chance when the Force is involved. Is that not enough for you?
Let's see. If the Force wants us to be together, why do you keep persisting on it? You gotta admit the Florida options are pretty funny. It's just me, just they send me off without a master guiding me. I just don't trust the Council. That's it, they're good for a reason. Let's just do the Force wants us to be together. Why do you keep resisting my undeniable charm?
I said we were brought together for our mission, to stop Malak. I hardly think the Force would be pushing us toward a romantic involvement when the fate of the galaxy is at stake. Please try to stay focused. I doubt the Council would approve if they knew we were busy discussing our mutual attraction when we should be saving the galaxy from Malak.
Come on, there's gotta be enough time for 11. Otherwise, we don't get it done before the end of the game. Mutual attraction? I knew you were interested in me!
Mutual attraction? I never said... It's just an expression. Whatever our feelings... whatever your feelings, you have to try to ignore them. Don't let this complicate things. Finding the missing pieces of the star maps is our only hope of locating the Star Forge and defeating Malak. The Council explained all this quite clearly.
Well, enough of the flirting for a bit. It is kind of funny how Jennifer Hale pretend to act embarrassed. Anyway, seems odd that they would send me off without a master to guide me, though.
I admit, there were times that I wondered if this is more than just a mission to stop Malak. There were times when I wondered if this was also a way for the Council to test my own abilities.
I get the feeling that there's more going on than I know.
I wondered if the Council wanted to see how I would help and guide you on our quest. I wondered if they were testing me to see if I was ready to become a Jedi Master myself. And then I realized how foolish such thoughts were. As the Council explained, sending a Master in our group would only have drawn unwanted attention from the Sith. The fate of the galaxy is at stake. The Council would not risk it merely to test me. They calculated the risks, and in the end chose the only option available.
Basically, them not sending your master is the game's way of telling you we don't want to send you, we don't want to give you a level 20 character to join your team. You got to do it from level 1 to level 20. No free passes in this game. I guess it makes sense. Not really, but I'm just going to be the nice way about it.
You must learn to trust in the wisdom of the Council. Your destiny will come when its appointed time. You mustn't be so impatient.
I am impatient. I don't want to be impatient. Me, you're the one who thought this was her big audition for masterhood. Oh great, another lecture. This never gets old. You're right, I suppose we should go back to our mission now. Me, you're the one who thought this was her big audition for masterhood.
Must you be so frustrating? I admit I had a moment of foolish pride, but I am over it. Now I am focused on my true responsibilities. I'm simply trying to help you and complete this mission, and yet you battle me at every turn.
What can I say? It's fun.
Fun? Fun? Driving me insane is your idea of a good time?
Lighten up, I'm only joking.
You are a very odd man. Do you know that? I simply don't know how to deal with you. All I want to do is help you, but you seem determined to drive me mad.
Complain all you want, but I know you love it.
I don't know if I should be outraged that you keep joking about serious matters, or if I should be grateful that you can always lighten the mood. Come on, come. Let's move on. There's much to be done.
Maybe not the best romance in gaming, but it definitely has its charms, to say the least. Actually, does Best Live? I don't think she has anything else to say currently. Let's see. Whoop! No, I don't want to travel. No! Don't send me into that mini game again. Looks like we're good for now. All right. Let's give a. I hate when the camera sets like that. Alright, time to talk to everyone. Zalbar has nothing new to say. T3 doesn't have anything. I think Juhani has a new conversation topic we can talk to her about.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I wonder if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Just my flirting with Bastila. I mean, tell me about your past.
Well, I suppose I have not talked very much about the Jedi I met back home. They, all of them, were so very invigorating.
Invigorating, huh? You say that kind of, interestingly, right? Why do you just spew this trash at me? I love the bad remarks, but I have to be nice. Well, I don't have to, I just want to be nice. Invigorating?
They were so very alive. So full of hope and energy and zeal. In retrospect, I can see it was a little bit tragic.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, you can stop now. Tragic?
Well, yes. These Jedi were going to fight the Mandalorians just after they had invaded. Many of those Jedi perished in the fighting. But to us, they seemed invincible. Especially their leader, who they talked about all the time. Paragons of light and justice, sweeping away all iniquity before them. It was like looking at gods.
Wow. Apparently Jedi are being like gods. Damn straight, I do look divine. Gotta love the sarcastic remarks. If that was the case, they seem to be misrepresenting themselves.
I was merely using poetic license. Those Jedi, they were enthralling. Everyone wanted just to touch them. Some people thought it would bring them luck. Not that the peace they brought lasted very long.
Huh. What happened?
The Jedi left. The people grew complacent. Those who had been wronged saw their chance at revenge. And so the cycle continues. The oppressed become the new generation of oppressors. The human oppressed, that is. The non-humans were never treated well in any case. We felt the brunt of both administrations.
In every sci-fi, fantasy, or, alternate world, humans are always treated better than non-humans. Says a lot about us, don't you think? Was it that bad?
Of course it was. They took their frustrations and hates out on us, because the people they wanted had already fled, or were too well protected. But no one looks out for the injustices we suffered. Oh no. But I am sorry. I should not have outbursts like that.
Such anger can lead to the dark side. No. As long as you do not let your anger influence you.
Don't you see? The very fact I mentioned it means it has its influence. Anger can lead to the dark side. And I must be ever careful that I do not fall back into those ways. I thank you for your support. My outburst was uncalled for, but you did not lash back at me. You are a much better Jedi than I, it would seem. But let us not speak more of this now. We should continue on our journey. Perhaps later we will talk again.
Oh, yes, we will, Johanna. Your story is not quite done yet. Alright, time to talk to Jolie, see if he's got any new old war stories. Especially, he needs something else to talk about, especially what happened with Sunry. Leave a bad taste in his mouth.
Mind, do you?
You mentioned something about... Actually, I haven't asked him about Dantooine. What if he has anything to say about it?
It's a ship. To be more specific, it's your ship. You tell me. And that's about all I got.
Oh, I guess I have to have him in my gang on planet to ask him about that. Never mind. You mentioned something about your adventuring days.
Did I say that? Strange the tricks memory plays on you when you get older.
So you weren't an adventurer.
Didn't I say that my past was my affair? You don't see me poking and prodding you with questions, do you?
That's a lie and you know it. I'm just kidding. You're just not used to company. Stop being an old coot. Oh, man. I just love being kind of sarcastic / mean. But you already said so much. I'm curious.
I'm not here to satisfy your curiosity. No staring at the old man. That's what the sign says, damn it. And besides, you don't really want to hear about me. We're talking ancient history. Probably before you were born. History bores kids. Proven fact.
Yeah, well, old people love to talk about history. I love the options when you talk to Jolie. It's like the writers were on cue when writing the script for this game. It's just like they just knew what to say. Oh man, I have to choose often. Yeah, well, old people love to talk about history. Proven fact.
Oh, fine, fine. Have it your way. Just don't cry about it later. Yes, I was an adventurer. Happy now? I wasn't even done with my Jedi training back then. I had a full head of hair and an eagerness to see absolutely everything. Sound familiar? The Council was never happy with willful, brash Jolie Bindo, you see. Even less so when I began my smuggling career.
Wait, you mentioned you had a head of hair, Jolie Bindo. Why do I all of a sudden think of Black Dynamite when that comes up? Google it, it's a thing. Anyway, when he comes up with just like, I don't know why I thought Black Dynamite out of all the characters. I could have said Shaq or God, Luke Cage or trying to think of other crazy characters with crazy hair. I mean, there's probably more. I can't think of any of them. Oh, Don King, you know. Now that would be some awesome thing. Anyway, you were a smuggler?
Don't look at me like that, damn it. I wasn't always the wrinkled coot I am now, you know. I can still fight, too. So wipe off that smirk I see there. At the time, the Yukata system was interdicted by its own king. He preferred to keep his people starving and poor, all the better to oppress them. The Senate was trying to negotiate a peace, but they were getting nowhere as usual. I decided I wasn't going to wait. I found myself a ship and a partner, and we began smuggling food and supplies to the Yukata citizenry through the blockade.
Let's see. I can't believe you actually did that. Where did you get the credits for all the supplies? Where did you get the credits? Actually, I want to know that. Where did you get the credits for all the supplies?
Well, we didn't buy all the equipment per se. Some were happy to donate goods. Some we just knew had more than they could use.
So you stole it?
Stole is such a harsh word. They would have donated those goods readily enough if they were compassionate. I considered it a tax on the greedy. We only got caught once. A lone Yukatish frigate shot us down and forced a crash landing. I thought the Force had abandoned me, as I remember.
Maybe it should have. Well, that was pretty stupid of you. What happened then?
Well, as it happens, getting shot down turned out to be very fortunate. That day was the day
The day that you what?
Well, that was the day I met my wife.
Wait, what? You got married at one point? Who'd marry you? Bad memory, I take it? Your wife? You were married?
You know another way to get a wife? But yes, that's when I met her. If it's all the same to you, I'd prefer to stop talking now. My mouth is starting to draw flies.
Oh wow, apparently we touched the subject. Julie was married at one point, yet she is not around anymore. Perhaps premature death or something else. We're gonna talk about that later with him. But for now, let's you know what? We need some happy war stories about death and destruction. Let's talk to our good old Mando and see what he's up to. Give me some war stories, buddy. I've been waiting to hear some.
I don't have as many strange stories like the last one I told you, but I do have a couple about me and the stuff I've done. In one battle above the world of Althir, my unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times our own size. That battle gained me command of an entire subsect of my clan.
Well, good job, I guess. Despite what it requires to do that, but yeah, you're a great warrior. Okay, let's just be nice to him about that. Tell me the story.
For 5 days, they had managed to hold off our forces, keeping us to the outer rings of their world, preventing us from attacking it directly. My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack. The Althiri would be drawn out by the units I had sent in. Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would attack from the rear and defeat them in detail.
Let me guess, these Althiri don't seem too bright.
They weren't stupid. Stupid races don't make starships and weapons of mass destruction. But they weren't masters of the arts of war as the Mandalorians are. Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening, a mistake they had made in the disposition of their forces, and took it. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. The center of their entire fleet was left exposed. I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them.
You mentioned that dumb races don't build starships. I give to you, my friends, the orcs of the Warhammer 40k universe. Look it up. Anyway, I thought I'd just read that out there. You were a great warrior. You disobeyed your orders. What'd you do? You were a great warrior, Canderous.
Their slow, ponderous ship could not turn to face us without being overwhelmed. The command vessels were destroyed in seconds. Their ranks were thrown into chaos. It was amusing to watch the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to dive through the plane of the rings to escape us. They were shredded by the rings, or crashed into rocks, or were destroyed by our forces as we pursued them. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. They fight to the end, as we did against your Jedi Revan. Another time, maybe, I'll tell you about how the war with the Republic went. For now, let's just get on with things. Is there something else you want to know?
That wasn't as interesting a story as I'd like, but then again, he himself said it wasn't as crazy, so... Well, thanks for that anyway. I guess it goes to show that you're not an idiot after all.
Your choice. I'm here if you...
Despite his intelligence, oh, I don't think can I take that here? No, I can't. I forgot. I think Candace's intelligence is at a stack 10, if I remember correctly. But that's just more of a in-game or game stat humor more than anything else. So. All right, let me save right there. I created another save slot for some messing around, just in case, like for certain details or info. Let's see if I have enough repair for HK, because I know I'm pretty close to getting his final major upgrade. I'm trying to see if I had anything that did anything with the repair. I don't think there's any items you can actually equip that give you repair, if I think so. I think only I'll have to equip that at some point. I should probably do that soon. I'm gonna do that off screen, of course. Oh wait, there's one more thing I was gonna check. Let's see. Okay, no, just double checking. But let's see if I can.
HK-40.
Let us see if we can. Oh, I didn't know you could do the fighter simulation on HK. That's basically redoing the first time I played, when you leave, I think it was when you left Terrace, you got attacked by ships, and you could do that little a target practice game. That's basically what that is, so you can do it at any time. So let's try restoring memory.
Request. I
think I have enough to do his final one, but let's find out.
Statement.
If I don't, we'll have to come back later
And
to
now
it. All right.
rewire the last 3 relays. Yes, good. Well done, Master. I believe your operation was a success. Accessing new memory. Access complete. I have recovered the last of my deleted memory, Master. Unfortunately, my history is still not complete.
Don't worry about that part, folks. The plot will finish that for us. But all right, now we don't have to use upgrade repair anymore. I'm done with that. So now I can put the rest of my points either into persuade, or if I don't want to mess with that, treat injury. Probably gonna put it into treat injury, but for now, let's hear one of the last bits of HK's story. What? Why not?
Answer. As I did inform you, Master, the majority of my memory is still locked within my core. That can only be accessed by the appropriate stimuli. And I have no idea what that stimuli might be, unfortunately. Sadly, it seems my true origins will always be a mystery.
Sorry to hear that, HK. You seem like such an interesting guy, especially each of your stories, just some funny way about how your master got either killed or you killed them in some, what's the term? I'm trying to think of like some, like Faustian, no, that's a Faustian deal, is like deal with the devil. Whatever, I'll figure it out next time. I always have ideas on the tip of my brain, but never like spout them out at the right time. Let me see. You are eager to find out your origins, are you? Is that written right? You are eager to find your origins, are you? I don't think that's written properly. I think that's a typo. Are you sure your core isn't just damaged?
Observation. If it was, Master, your restorations will certainly have ensured that the proper stimulus restores my core's functions. Sadly, that could have already happened and we missed it, and my core was too damaged to activate. Oh, woe is me.
You feel so bad about that. You're eager to find your origins, are you?
Query. Wouldn't you be, Master? Here I am, surrounded by all these meat bags, and all I desire is true perfection. Surely there are more droids like me out there. Or is that too much to hope?
Well, percentage-wise, well...
Objection. Oh, fine. Laugh at me, Master. Humiliate your pet droid. Go ahead.
So tell me about this last owner, then.
Correction. That would actually be my first owner, Master. The first I can remember. I had completed an assassination in Mandalorian space, though I have no knowledge of what my target was or who sent me. Regardless, my motor function had been damaged, and I could not return to wherever I had been sent from. A Mandalorian soldier claimed me as booty, I believe. He repaired me, poorly I might add, and proceeded to use my assassination protocol to raise his rank.
As peers, no one could resist using your protocol. Yeah, that sounds like the best one.
Query. Do you not have enemies that you would desire eliminated, Master? If my protocol still worked, would you not use it?
Well, that's different.
Statement. If you say so, Master. At any rate, it seems that my Mandalorian owner finally decided to send me against Mandalore himself. My poorest performance, sadly.
Yeah, until the old Republic game. Oh boy. Oh, why is that?
Answer. I was captured by this Mandalore during the attempt. He was able to reverse my programming and send me after my own master. It was quite distressing. There was little I could do. Needless to say, I dispatched the Mandalorian soldier efficiently. Once I deactivated, I believe I eventually ended up on the black market and was sold to the Hutt on Slaheron. My darkest day.
Yeah, well, every droid's got to have his day, right? So you killed... Let's see. You're just a traveling piece of bad luck, aren't you? So you couldn't kill Mandalore, hey. Wait, so you couldn't kill Mandalore, hey? I think there are some minor typos in this game. Then again, no game is ever perfect, so you're just a piece of traveling bad luck, aren't you?
Objection. That is so unfair, Master. Have I not brought you a great deal of satisfaction?
Okay, well that's true, at least from humor anyway. You don't want to hear the answer to that.
Statement. You are a very harsh master, Master. I like you.
Well then. So you killed that master directly.
Statement. So I did. I am not very proud of that, Master. The soldiers seem very startled, I must say.
I would think so. So you couldn't kill Mandalore, hey?
Statement. With all due respect, Master, he is the leader of the Mandalorians. Perhaps my old master was foolish to send me after him.
Perhaps so. Well, so can you remember anything else?
Answer. There are a few Mandalorian implants that I can activate now. They will improve my performance. Beyond that, Master, there is nothing more I can relate to you. With luck, we will discover the stimulus to unlock my core very soon.
Alright, because of our repairs, HK will now regenerate at a rate of 1 vitality point per 3 seconds and has gained an additional 2 points to his dexterity. He can actually hit stuff now. Well, okay, not much better, but he has a small percentage of hitting even better. Because he was a droid that was given strength. You can't see me, but I'm like raising my shoulders as in why game. Why did you do that to HK? But alright, HK is actually somewhat tolerable as a companion now in terms of combat-wise. Because you probably haven't noticed too much, well, because it's been me and Jolie, but HK doesn't hit too often when I use Power Blast on him, by the way. Let's see. Nah, nothing about... Brother, because we still have to do his test. We still have to go to Kashyyyk and do it. The only reason I haven't done it quite yet is because an encounter happens there that I kind of want to show the encounter happening on a different planet. It's a story-based thing that happens at certain instances on each planet. It has its own little thing, and I didn't want to show it. I didn't want to repeat another planet's encounter, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, okay, so we don't have anything from that. So, looks like everyone's good so far. So, all we have to do is go out into Dantooine itself, and so let me do a quick save, because I want to unlock another quest for another character, which I kind of need to do this, because after a certain point I won't be able to do this. And I did already mess up on one storyline encounter. Or side quest, so whoops. That was the one where we are on Kashyyyk and we started the revolution before finishing a certain storyline. So anyway, let's put Bastila and Karth. Karth doesn't need to be there, just Bastila, and we'll unlock a side quest for her. Finally, after all this time, everyone else has had side quests on other planets, and we finally get Bastila's. Took a while, although it may have been because of the planets we were going on, and I don't put every character in my lead all the time. I need to do that more often. It's a bad habit of mine. Excuse me, I know it's been a very long time, dear, but aren't you Bastila? Helena's little girl? Yeah, it is you. I can see it in your eyes. My, how you've grown.
I'm Bastila, yes. I take it that you know my mother?
Oh yes, I worked for your father on an expedition years ago. Your mother showed me hollows of you before you left. Such a pretty little girl you were.
Is there something I can do for you, miss? As you can see, we're in quite a hurry.
Don't be rude, Bastila. Oh, I didn't mean to take up your time. I just wanted to ask if your mother's condition has improved since I last saw her.
My mother's condition?
Oh, you don't know. Oh dear, I just thought I assumed that she had found you. When I talked to her last, she was desperate to find you.
I've not seen my mother since I joined the Order. Do you know what's happened? Did she say anything about my father?
I'm sorry, dear. Your mother's very ill, so she told me she didn't say anything about your father. However, I didn't see him.
I see. Where did you meet her? Do you remember?
I saw her in Tatooine, dear. She said she'd been there for a while. Maybe she's still there.
Thank you for informing me. I really must be going now.
What was that all about?
It seems my mother's been looking for me. Strange. Should we get the opportunity, could we look for her on Tatooine?
Huh, usually you're all about the mission, but apparently this is important to you. Forget it, we got better things to do. I thought you and your mother didn't get along.
We never did. I am interested in hearing about my father, however. Part of me would rather not see her at all. But if she's really sick, well, we shall see.
Isn't Jedi being about, like, forgiveness or something like that? You're kind of harsh to your mom, but, oh well, either way, I guess. But, so we unlocked the Bastila Mother quest, so we need to go to Tatooine at some point and take care of that. And by going to Tatooine, we can also take care of the swoop races. I'll try to do that completion off screen when we get to it, but for now, we need to go to Tatooine and find the mission for the Geno Hraden, the zoo land. But I think that'll wait for the next time, because we've gone a little long, and we want to get these side quests good and done, so that way we can get on with the plot and continue on with this game. This is why I love RPGs. The plot may take quick to get through, but there's so much more to do. So, in the next episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, we'll go get our little bounty, and then we'll have Bastila meet her mom. And perhaps we'll even win the swoop races as well. Who knows? I could get lucky. So, join me next time, will you? Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. And may the Force be with you.